the first release of new songs in 16 years. We've been out there kind of playing pretty much.
In the world of alternative rock, few figures are as instantly recognizable as Robert Smith, the enigmatic frontman of The Cure. With his iconic black eyeliner, distinctive voice, and emotionally charged songwriting, Smith became the voice of a generation exploring melancholy and introspection. Beyond his music, he was known for his strong opinions on authenticity in artistry, often expressing admiration or critique for other musicians based on their approach to music and creativity. While he generally championed sincerity in art, there were a handful of artists whose choices or public personas Smith reportedly struggled to reconcile with his own philosophy. Morrissey. Coming in at number 6 is Morrissey, whose poetic approach to melancholy earned him critical acclaim and devoted fans. Smith admired genuine emotional expression but reportedly found Morrissey's theatrical style less authentic. While both artists explored themes of sadness and isolation, Smith seemed to value lived experience over performance. His critique, as shared by insiders, suggested that he was wary of emotional expression that might feel more performative than personal, though he never publicly attacked Morrissey directly. Duran Duran. At number 5, Duran Duran represented the polished, visually driven side of 1980s music culture. While Smith's work emphasized introspection and emotional depth, Duran Duran embraced style, image, and pop accessibility. Observers noted that Smith respected musicians who poured their heart into songwriting, and he reportedly felt that the new wave superstars sometimes prioritize aesthetics over substance. Their paths crossed in the MTV era, highlighting the contrast between alternative music authenticity and mainstream appeal. Billy Idol takes the 4th spot, emerging from the punk scene alongside The Cure. Smith appreciated punk's raw energy but was cautious of commercialized rebellion. Idol's rise to stardom, with carefully crafted image and MTV presence, illustrated a different path for punk, one Smith felt diverged from its original spirit. Though Idol's success was undeniable, Smith reportedly viewed it as a different interpretation of the punk ethos rather than a personal attack. Madonna, number 3, brings us to Madonna, whose global pop domination represented a calculated and ambitious approach to music. Smith valued authenticity over commercial strategy, and while he recognized her talent, he reportedly felt her work was highly strategic in comparison to the personal vulnerability he cherished in songwriting. The contrast between pop precision and alternative introspection defined his perspective on her artistry. George Michael. George Michael earned the 2nd spot for his smooth, polished interpretation of romantic themes. Smith respected emotional honesty in music and reportedly found Michael's style less aligned with raw, heartfelt expression. The difference wasn't about skill, but about the way emotion was presented. Smith favored songs that carried visible scars rather than a sanitized form of heartache. Bono. Finally, at number 1 is Bono, whose grand, socially conscious persona contrasted with Smith's introspective humility. While Smith admired meaningful messages, he reportedly preferred subtlety over overt declarations. Bono's public activism and stadium presence symbolized a form of performance art that differed from Smith's intimate, personal approach to music making. Conclusion. Robert Smith's opinions on these artists weren't just about music. They reflected his deep commitment to sincerity and personal expression in art. While he may have disagreed with the ways some musicians approach their craft, it's clear that Smith valued authenticity above all. These stories offer a glimpse into the mind of one of alternative rock's most influential figures and show how perspectives on artistry can vary even among the most celebrated musicians.